All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, guys. All right. Lots of volatility this morning. Definitely went against the bias today. So be aware there is definitely a lot of bearish pressure in the market, and I was not expecting this much of a dip. So basically on this stream, we're going to go through, see if the market still looks healthy. And essentially, is this still recoverable or is it just going to keep collapsing? And that's basically what we're going to be doing today. The bottom. Yeah. Um. All right, guys. So let me get my comments put up. If I can find it. So there is a lot of bearishness right now, but there's also bullish cases. So I've been looking at it this morning, trying to figure out what makes the most sense. And there definitely is a lot of bearishness. Make that very, very clear. However, it's not as clean cut as what it may seem. So there is some bullishness here. It's hard to find, make it very clear. Now, whether or not that is going to be enough to really hold us up, that's the real question right now. I've been going through some of the altcoins this morning, trying to see basically how do they look individually. But definitely having a 4% drop overnight across the entire altcoin market. It's really rough. Dow started as a pump this morning, and then it sold off into it. Bitcoin dominance has had a strong reaction. We have busted to the upside, which is the one thing that really was uncanny last night. So I posted last night talking about how these are two things that are giving me worries. One, longs still haven't shown up, and then also Bitcoin dominance has shown a lot of strength. Those are the two things that were really not what I was expecting to see. And what I said is essentially I'm going to wait until tomorrow morning, and we're going to see if adjustments need to be made. And that's what we're doing this today, guys. Like, do serious adjustments need to be made? I think that there needs to be some pretty massive adjustments. But is it just the time to go out and just capitulate and just say, "Oh, all hope is lost. We're going to go ahead and just abandon all hope"? No, I know, guys. That's not the best thing to do. All right, or at least most of the time, that's not the best thing to do, right? Realistically, if this is decided that it is that bad, then we're going to be, being systematic and disciplined, and we're going to be looking for the right retracements, etc., right? So, like, even over here, this was drawn a few days ago. My biases was we were either going to bounce from here or we're going to drop down below here, then we're going to sell the retracement, right? Like, so this is how you do. You wait for a drop, come back up, sell the retracement, and then you just, basically leave the market and yada, yada, yada. If that's how we want to play it, right? Now, this was on the loss of the weekly breaker, which the weekly breaker was not lost. Okay, the weekly breaker was not lost. This is still holding up overnight, or at least it held up yesterday. But we did have a pretty aggressive drop overnight. So is that weekly breaker still considered a support? Technically it is, but practically is it, right? And that's the real question. Is it practically holding up as an actual support? And I don't know yet, right? So we're going to go through here. We're going to try to dive in. I've been looking at the charts for about an hour or so this morning, trying to figure out what was going on. Trying to basically get a real good feel for what's going on in the market and try to find these good cases. So bullish cases. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys right now, there is bullishness in this market. And the biggest bullishness that I'm seeing right now is right here. Guys, this is still a weekly resistance, right? This is still a weekly level. We have not gotten back above it. So the altcoin market still looks relatively healthy if we zoom out and look at this. This still looks fine, right? Yes, it was a pretty aggressive increase here, but we've had aggressive increases into weekly support before. Like all over here, we had a ton of aggressive pops into the Bitcoin dominance, and they reject it each time. So like this does happen, and it's not completely uncommon. So the fact that we did get an increase into this into the Bitcoin dominance chart does not mean that it's just going to explode past and keep going up, especially, right above this major weekly level, and then just keep going and grinding and yada yada yada, right? That doesn't necessarily have to happen. Could it? Sure, but that's not really my primary bias right now. So right now we have went up here, we've swept this level. We are starting to trend inside of the weekly breaker, but again, it's so freaking early on whether or not it's going to bust up or not. We just don't know yet. But yeah, we've had what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 5 shots into this weekly breaker before they did eventually collapse back down. So that right there gives us some good hopium, if you want to call it, maybe. I don't know. Something else I'm looking at is total 3 is actually almost to a golden pocket retracement. So this is also pretty interesting to me. The entire structure from way back here when the whole Ukraine stuff popped off, we are actually almost to the weekly to a golden pocket. Not yet, but what is that? 700. We're only 3% drop, right? 2%, 3% drop so we get the golden pocket. Is that great? No, but that's something right there I'm looking at. On Bitcoin, of course, we still have technically not lost the weekly breaker. Technically, we also haven't lost the 4-hour bullish divergence yet. Volume is still decreasing on this drop. So those are all things that don't look that bad until we actually drop below here on the RSI. This bullish divergence is still valid, guys. It's still valid. It's still there. We do want to see some bullishness pretty damn soon, though. That's for sure. DXY is also inside this major monthly breaker. All right, so this is also a major resistance point for the DXY, which actually is good for the traditional markets. So yeah, but there's definitely a lot of bearishness right now. Definitely is. So I'm not entirely sure. What are your guys' thoughts? Just originally, what are your guys' thoughts going forward? Do you guys think this whole thing is just screwed? We're a Ponzi, we're going to keep dropping down, etc.? What do you guys think? I'm curious, because Bitcoin dominance is still holding up. Longs are... Here's the other good thing I've been looking at. If this was a capitulative moment, the longs didn't actually capitulate, right? There hasn't been a capitulation of longs, which means that there actually have had an increase of longs over the last 2 or 3 hours as this drop has happened. So there is actually confidence gaining back that markets are going to increase from our position right now, right? And that's what that means. From this point right now, there is a slight, and let me make it very clear, slight increase in confidence, okay? Now, there's also a pretty massive increase in shorts, but like I've mentioned before, this is on percentages, but the quantity of shorts is actually not very much at all. As you guys can see, the increase in shorts have grown a lot more, much more aggressively in the past. So is this increase in shorts that significant? My bias is still no. I still don't think this is that significant of an increase, and relatively, it's still not that much. So, I mean, just even last month, we had a massive increase that far surpassed this. This does not look like much so far. Now, if it starts increasing by the thousands, then of course, yeah, I'd be definitely more concerned. But right now, doesn't really look that concerning to me. Volume is still low on this drop. 4-hour bullish divergence is still holding. Weekly breaker still holding. DXY is still at this monthly resistance level. We're close to the golden pocket on the total 3 chart. Let's see how we're looking on the total chart. We may be even closer here. Oh, we might be at the golden pocket. I'm not even sure. No, we're not. Oh, alts got wrecked harder. That's why. Yep, that makes more sense. So this was the low the alts had back 23 February. Yep, sure enough. So alts actually cleared that low over here. So alts low was over here, while the entire market, the low was back here. So that's the reason why what happened back there. Okay. Yeah, this is more of just going through, trying to understand the thought process, what I'm looking for, etc., and then trying to make decisions. But it's not as clear as what it was, guys. Like straight up, it's not. And definitely the Bulls or the Bears are in control, and it's up to the Bulls to step up and actually reverse this price action, and that's tough to do. Really is. We're at the point 0.5 retracement, which I don't really talk about that very often, but this is oftentimes a key level when you are looking at ranges. The 0.5 is considered very significant. So I don't use it very much. The 0.618 is like my bread and butter, but 0.5s are significant, and so far we have bounced off of here. So because we've bounced off of here, oh, something else I want to show you guys. This right here on the total chart, this is the daily breaker. Okay, daily breaker on the total, as well as the total 3 were also the daily breaker. So like this makes the most sense for having some sort of a support, even if it is just temporary. So I am expecting some sort of support. The main question right here, because I don't think we're gonna just collapse from here. It doesn't make sense. Okay, this level should hold as a temporary support. Now the question though, okay, the question, and this is what I'm looking for, right? We're looking for the next play. Is it just going to be a bounce up here to like the 42, 43,000 region before a collapse? That's the big question, because I really do think right here makes a lot of sense for why it should hold as support. But this next bounce is where, is this a bearish retest? So I'm going to preface with that I don't think we're just going to collapse from here. I don't. We're going to get some sort of a retracement, and then we might collapse. Okay, and that's a very legitimate possibility now. We absolutely might collapse from here, and this collapse could be very aggressive. And I'm not shitting you guys. I'm no kidding. Not going to be interested in Bitcoin until we get down here to the 28s. The high 20s is where I'll be targeting if this actually does come to fruition. Because there's really no support up here. Right, make it very clear. Once we lose this weekly breaker, there is no support here. There's nothing. There's nothing, no hope. It's done. Bitcoin is screwed, right? And at that point, this right here is where I'm looking at on whether or not I'm going to just go ahead and take some serious profits on the market. Because I don't really see much of a case of us consolidating down here for a longer period of time before it just collapses. Or a bit, and then just consolidate down here, yada, 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 before it reverses and continues back up. I don't really see that being a legitimate possibility at this point. There's a weekly breaker right here. Is that significant? I don't really think it is, honestly. This level's already been tested, right? This level could act as a temporary support, but again, I'd be targeting right here. So ultimately, guys, the real question here is this dip so far significant enough to where I would not be selling the retrace, or I would be selling the retracement. We are going to retrace, guys. I'm not concerned on that part. But yeah. I know, not the best video, guys. It's not like I'm like giving you guys all the, it's not I don't have as high of a conviction as I had yesterday, the last few days. Because this level should have held it in a bullish market, and so far we haven't. But like I've been saying, this still is a valid bullish divergence. This weekly breaker is still holding. So yeah, let's go to the altcoins. Let's see how the alts are doing. I know Jasmine got absolutely just wrecked last night, which sucks. Almost recovering a little bit. A little bit of recovery. Well, that's good at least. Multivac, this is one of my coins that I got into. There's a weekly breaker right here. That's not bad. Let's see. I'm trying to find myself a bullish case here. It's tough. Oop. Oops, I can't even grab it. Oh my gosh, I'm struggling this morning. Yep. This is one of the few times I'm really out of position. Like, I'm seriously out of position on this one, guys. This one wrecked me. So there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I haven't been in this situation in quite a while. But you know what? When you get to what's the word I'm looking for? Confident, I guess. This is definitely something that could happen. All right, this is actually does not look that bad because this is a bullish retest of this level. Multivac actually does have a decently bullish case here. Let's look at the BTC pairing. Yeah, we're still in this monthly support. I think Multivac obviously is rough, but I think that this is the most realistic. This is the most realistic level for it to bounce at. So that's good. QuantStamp held up really well. I was really surprised by this. So, because alts are getting just wrecked, but Multivac or QuantStamp actually has held up very nicely. So if I was to stay in the market, this is definitely not one, or this is definitely one I'd be holding on to. I like having shows of strength like this. Other ones are having shows of strength. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Not many. Not many are showing too much strength right now. Jasmine has fallen beneath the golden pocket. Let me verify before I make that assessment. And this is on KuCoin. Are there other... Oh, it's a little bit higher, actually. Okay. Believe the 702. We do have a breaker down here, but ultimately I think that this is probably strong enough to say that this was not gonna hold. Yeah. Frustrating. This is definitely frustrating. GMT, I'll look at GMT. GMT definitely held up pretty well. I did know that. Shipping is another one of my big holdings. That one got wrecked. Weekly breaker. It's good weekly close. Good weekly close. But it just had a really, really harsh rejection, and then Bitcoin just drug it down with the rest of the market. Let's see how this looks. I'm doing some very low time frame analysis. Yeah, I still lost it. Interesting. Let's look at XRP. I know XRP I actually was turning bearish on because we had... Was that a golden pocket retracement? Did it come up soon? I think it is. Yeah, this was the issue I was having with the XRP. 3-day breaker. We closed beneath it. We had a bearish retest, and I was like, "Ugh, this doesn't look great." So that was probably one of my major warning signs I sort of ignored, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, one thing about trading, there's a lot of different things you have to pay attention to, right? Doesn't look healthy. XRP does not look healthy. Let's look at the XRP BTC pairing. This was a weekly, I believe. Yeah, lost the weekly breaker. There it is. Son of a bitch. Yep, XRP looks like garbage. Request. Okay, what are my key levels here? Let's see. There's a 3-day there. Weekly. Okay, so that's still a pretty decent place so far. Request still looks okay. Is it a weekly? Yeah, it's a 3-day breaker. There you go. That's something. We're almost this major level. This 3-day as well. Entire consolidation cluster. Request does not look that bad. Furthermore, this is a 3-day? Yeah, 3-day level. Request doesn't look that bad right now, honestly. Doesn't really. PYR. 3-day, weekly. Weekly held last night. That's the frustrating part. This weekly breaker holding last night is what's really throwing me off right now. Because this 3-day level, if it would have been lost, it would have been a really, really easy play for me, and I would just sell everything. But the fact that we actually held this level is a show of strength of some capacity. Yeah, shipping looks pretty garbage. Let's look at this actually. Yeah, 786. We're at the 786. I think this is a major level of support for a lot of these coins. Okay, we're at a major level of support for a lot of the coins. I think it's very likely that we do find support very soon. And then basically I'm going to cut a lot of my positions right up here. I think that makes the most sense. I think that does make the most sense, guys. How's Bitcoin dominance holding up? Still holding up relatively well. So here are the things I'm looking for, right? So this is what I want to see for a bullish sign, right? I want to see DXY start to drop, which is not happening. I want to see Bitcoin, I want to see longs increase, which is starting to happen a little bit. I want to see Bitcoin dominance hold, which is happening so far. I want to see the 4-hour bullish divergence still play out. It's still a legitimate case. Like, this is still legitimate. Something else that I was noticing this morning, we're back into negative funding, like by quite a bit. So is that significant? Possibly. Let's go to BitMEX funding. Yeah, so if you go to the daily, you can see we never really left negative funding, but this entire region is still a lot of negative funding. So yeah, we never did leave negative funding, didn't we? It's interesting. That to me is a little bit weird. I guess we sort of neutralized up here. We did have neutral funding up here, but we're definitely back in the negative again. What was I looking for? Let's go over here to perpetual funding rate crypto. There you go. I have it saved on my other account. I don't have it right here. So let's look at this. Yeah. Lots of negative funding right now. All the green is negative. The red is positive, which means that the market is benefiting the longs at this point, right? So people who are long in the market are getting a really good rate. And it makes sense because, it's obviously a lot more risky to play. So it means that short position. I can't talk today. It means that short positions are essentially crowded. So they're paying a premium to enter those short positions. So yeah. Yep. Yeah, I don't expect us to collapse from here. I think we're gonna have some sort of a bounce soon. It's I'm not really worried about the current place it's at right now. It looks pretty relatively strong. What happens up here? That's the big thing. What's gonna happen once we get up here? And that's the thing we really just don't know yet. I don't think we're just gonna collapse. I think we're going to come up here and either obviously clear it or collapse. So I think the play, I think this makes most sense. When we get up here, I'm going to take some serious profits. Serious profits. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to take some massive, massive profits. I'm going to go ahead and de-risk a lot of our positions. And then I'm probably just going to wait. I'm just going to wait and see what happens. And it's going to be, frustrating, but just basically play on the sidelines and be very cautious until we get some confirmation either direction. Because right now, like, the market just does not look healthy. Just doesn't look healthy, guys. Straight up. So, I think a retest up in here for Jasmine would be really healthy. Anywhere in here, essentially, that's what I'm looking for. I'm probably going to hold on to QuantStamp. It's held up really, really well. Relative to the rest of the market, this thing's held up very nicely, and I do like the way that QuantStamp looks. So I'm probably going to hold this. Maybe mad. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. But essentially, QuantStamp still looks really, really nice. Ethereum Classic. No. ENJ, absolutely not. CRV, nope. XS, possibly. This is the spot. You'd be looking for. We're in the golden pocket right now, the entire structure. This might not be a bad long-term hold, honestly. I say long-term, like, you know, given some different conditions and stuff, but like relatively it doesn't look that bad. Or let me rephrase it. I think that the downside is relatively played out for here. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of licking my wounds and re-entering when things make more sense. I think that's what we're gonna be doing. That's a retest down there. H bar, this is a key level. And until we lose it, that's not bad. Held up fairly nicely. Did we actually hit it? We did. Okay, so we got to reevaluate this, make sure. But now we've actually tagged that level. That's definitely a bearish case. I think I already sold off quite a bit of my H bar, but this trade is no longer valid. Now, the reason I had that stop loss there was because it would break below here. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, I need to reevaluate there. All right, let's start doing some updates on here. Can't talk today, man. Oh, GMT, right? GMT did not look bad, so maybe there's a good case here. Let's look at this. Let's see, friends, GMT. Is there a Bitcoin pairing on here? Oh, there's one. Okay, cool. Jeez, this is ridiculous. Cannot believe that it's still holding up so well. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, GMT does look very healthy, guys. This strength can't be denied. There's definitely a lot of strength here. Looks pretty clean. Interactions look nice. Yeah, a sec. Sorry, I'm sorry. I got a text message trying to deal with this. I think so. Here's my thoughts right now, guys. Is that this region right now is significant. It is. Not great, but I don't expect us just to just collapse right through here. Bitcoin dominance at a pivotal level, or it is at a key weekly breaker pivotal level. Longs are still increasing. Very minor, but they are increasing though. Something to take notice of. There is an increase in confidence in the market. All right, let me go back over here. Check Discord. Holy shit. Bro, that's pretty incredible. Dude, that's nuts. Yeah, this was wow. Dude, you nailed it. You absolutely nailed it. I even told you, I'm like, I think that's too aggressive, but man, you absolutely nailed it. Wow. That's nuts. Wow. Yeah, you've gotten tremendously better as a trader. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's crazy. All right. Yeah, I think that's probably the play, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and just de-risk quite a bit on a retracement up here. Man, the fact this held last night, it's tough to me. It's really tough. Let me think of the exact percentages I'm gonna decrease. I'll probably decrease my percentages by like probably 50% right here and just re-add if we have more strength. That's probably the play. What other alts are holding up really nicely right now? Obviously, GMT is a good one. Quant Stamp's holding up nicely. Mm, this is a key level. AXS does not look bad here. Really doesn't. Oh shit. Yeah, I gotta take care of that. Um, Requests at major support level. Mm-mm-mm. Luna's like garbage. Well, I say that. You know, actually, this level is actually really significant for Luna. You guys see that? That's a weekly breaker. It's a weekly breaker level. And then this is the 21 weekly, which has not been that significant on here. So I don't know if that's significant on here as well. But like this chart has not interacted with the 21. Well, it did here. Oh, Zill? You said Zill held up really well? Let me find it. I didn't see Zill. My bad on that, man. Honestly, the way that your name was spelled out, I honestly thought your name was Zill. Underscore Zill. That's honestly what I thought. Let's go to Zill. Let's find it. Oh, Zill did hold up well. Son of a bitch. Yeah. Doesn't look bad. Now, ultimately, I am still expecting us to drop down in this. This right here is a instant buy for me. If we get this opportunity, I think it'd be really strong. But yeah, like the fact that it held up so well is quite surprising. Let's go to MTRG. I don't know what that is. MTRG. Whoa, 33% up today? What the hell? That's crazy. It's good to see coins like that that are actually popping the upside despite the volatility. Let's see if we figure out why. Why did this pop off? I'm really curious. I'm going to guess it's going to be a log trend line. Log trend line. Not bad. Maybe. That might be it. I'm just not really sure. It's not bad, I guess. Yo, 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 Paul. Good morning, man. Good morning. High volume on this. Showing strength despite the volatility is really, really nice to see. Oh, this is a double. Okay, so let's look at this. So this is going to be a weekly. Let's go through here and figure out if we can see why. Why did this take off? Oh, okay. We know why it got rejected here. Pretty clean. 3-day breaker. Reject it. The retracement doesn't look like a 618, but it did come back here and retest here, right? So this is a resistance. Resistance, come back down, tap this 3-day, push to the upside. Now we're currently rejecting off of this one, right? That makes sense to me. So come back down here, flip that to support, continue back up. Something like that make a lot of sense. Looks like 3-day level is really significant here. There's a weekly level up here. So I think this 3-day level probably is not going to hold it down, and I'd be targeting up here. That makes the most sense to me. Strong's up as well, but Strong was one of those ones it's been getting wrecked so freaking hard lately that it probably just couldn't go down any further. Let's be real. Yeah, quant stamp is at the 702 retracement. It's holding up pretty freaking nicely. I'm actually really impressed by how well it's holding up. Look at Litecoin. Held up relatively well compared to most altcoins. Let's look at the BTC pairing. Oof, this is gross. Pretty sure we lost the golden pocket too. Yep. Oh man. That sucks. That sucks. So bad. Hmm. All right, so let me go ahead and I'm making a list of ones I want to sell. I know I want to sell this, but I don't want to sell it yet. I don't think now's the right time. Look at this actually. Is the Bitcoin pairing? Hmm. Wow, can't grab it. Let me look at this actually. I'm really curious. Is there a golden pocket retracement here? No. Yes. Wait, no. What the fuck? No, there's not. There's not much of a bullishness here. Really not. Um, H-bomb to reevaluate. Maybe. I don't know yet. We'll see how I feel about that one. XRP looks pretty shitty. You guys have any ones you want me to look at specifically? XRP. What's that support? Quant Stamp, or yeah, Quant Stamp still is good. I still like everything about Quant Stamp right now. It's holding up very nicely. Pretty damn surprised, honestly, but it's like everything looks really good on that coin. We're at the daily support level, so the daily breaker still looks clean. Yeah, 0.5 retracement. What do you think, Brains? You think the 0.5 retracement is pretty significant here? The midway point? Oh no, I don't know how I feel about that. Because we are bouncing off the 0.5 right now. Well, damn near. Like it's right there at the 0.5. Halfway point technically is pretty significant. But I don't know how important it is here. What's up, Miss Missy? Miss Missy. I like that name. Very conflicting though, guys. Very, very conflicting. Oh man. Yeah. I think I basically got a decent read on what's going on here. Let me rephrase this. I think I know my plan. I think I know my plan. I think I know how I'm going to execute this. I think the play is going to be to essentially follow the path I laid out here. Let it dip. If it's going to lose it, which, God, the weekly still is holding, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that everything else that's going on is going to trump it essentially, and that we are going to come back up here, bearishly retest, and this will be our exit place. And then I'm going to go ahead and just sit on the sidelines, guys. Just wait. Just wait. Because, like, this entire structure does not look clean anymore. You just don't get a good read on it. RSI bullish divergence. Yeah, we do. We have a bullish divergence, and that is true. And I'll point it on here so everyone can see it. This has actually been one of my key indicators I've been looking for. So RSI. So yes, although RSI bullish divergence is here, you can't use so divergences are a secondary indicator. Okay, they're not a primary. So bullish divergences can play out for a very long time. And the reason why I've been so harped up about this bullish divergence was because it was a bullish divergence inside of this weekly support. The problem is, though, we obviously have fallen down below the weekly support. So now this bullish divergence, although it's still valid, it doesn't look as clean anymore. Right? So we can see how we have a lower low in price, higher low in RSI on the 4-hour. But if you go to other time frames, it doesn't exist anymore. Like, there's not a bullish divergence on the 8-hour. There's not a bullish divergence on the 12. There's not one on the daily. There's not one on the 6-hour even. Even the 6-hour has been invalidated, right? Like there's the higher time frame ones have been invalidated. 3-hour still there. 2-hour is still there. So like the lower time frame ones still are. Well, no, okay. So then you also get into a rule to where if the level is too far away, it also doesn't count. I think the rule is like 14 candles, if I remember correctly. So essentially, it can only go back 14 candles for the previous low. So if you're on like the 4-hour, this is 14 candles away, ish, around there, right? However, on the hourly, it's not. But the 8-hour, the 6-hour, every other time frame, the bullish divergence does not exist on. So that to me is concerning. Hmm. Yeah, I think it's the play, guys. I think that makes the most sense. I'm going to go ahead and just sell this retracement bounce until I get a better footing. I think that makes the most sense. We are at a major support level, so I'm not really too concerned right now. But yeah, I don't see us collapsing much further, but it just doesn't. The market just doesn't look healthy. It just doesn't look healthy, guys. We'll revisit like in a couple days. Maybe it might look better at that point, but like right now, as of today, April 11th, it just looks like garbage. It just does. That's basically it, guys. Yep. That's my thoughts. Well, I got to take care of this. I've got an insurance agent who's trying to contact me. I need to get a hold of her. I told her I would this weekend. I totally forgot. So I'll have to get a hold of her, and I'll be on Discord. I'll probably make a video today. I'm not sure exactly how I'm feeling about this whole thing yet. So I don't like pushing out videos unless I actually have something good to say, or like not this good. Like if I don't have good information to push out, then I really don't like to make a video because you're just going to sit there for 10 minutes where I just say, I don't know what's going on, guys. It doesn't make any sense, right? If I don't really have a clear bias, then like, what's the reason to make a video? I think they're just wasting people's time. So, and honestly, I don't think I really have a clear footing in this market right now. So, when you don't have a good footing, oh, look, we broke about 100. Yay. Just kidding. That's not a good thing, in case you're not aware. But ANC on Bybit. I don't know what that is, but I'll look at it. ANC. What about it? So there's more price action here, I'm guessing. No, it's not. This is rough. I don't know I'm looking at, but I don't like it. I guess you have this 3-day down there. That'd be a pretty decent test. Is there a golden pocket retracement? Maybe. Nope. Too far down. Nope. Oh, you're trading clients. We're watching you chart. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't really have much to really say, honestly. Like, I think I think we're basically just trying to wait for the right opportunity, the right condition to play out. But like right now, we just don't have that clear information. Like this has always been concerning. Longs decreasing have been concerning for the last few days. Yeah, last few days been just decreasing in longs, which has been concerning to me. Bitcoin dominance. We are at a support level, or we are at a major level that should act as a resistance for the altcoins to get wrecked much harder. DXY keeps pounding up, which we really don't want to see that. Dow was having a good day this morning, which I was like, oh, okay, cool. Maybe this is our bullish case right here, but even Dow's reversing. Yeah. I don't think it's the time to capitulate, but I think it'd be a really good opportunity if when we get a bounce, that it'd be the time to exit a lot of our positions. I think that's the play, guys. I think that's the play. I know it's my play. I know it's my play. No doubt. Yeah. It's my play. What? No, absolutely not. Oh, Burp USDT. Burp is oh, got it. Burp is actually a coin. You want me to look at? I didn't know what the hell that was. Is this it? Big Town Chief? Ooh, I like this. I actually like this chart. That's funny. That's actually really funny. I like that rounded bottom. Burp. Can you imagine having a massive position in burp? Be a funny ass conversation at my accountant. Let's go to GAIO. Price action. It's gross. Doesn't look that bad, honestly. It really doesn't. Low time frame. It's such a small market cap coin that you're gonna have some really weird candles on here. Big Town Chief. See, golden pocket retracement. That's solid. Over here, what we got? Golden pocket retracement. Son of a bitch, man. It looks solid. Like it's crazy to say, but like this entire structure does not look that bad. It really doesn't look that bad, honestly. That's so funny. Yep. Ugh. Does TA work on shitcoins? Yeah, it works in all coins, honestly. It really does. Um, you know, I think that's my play, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna update Discord on what my plan is, and then go from there. But we're at the zero point 0.5 retracement on the entire structure right now. Bitcoin dominance is still holding up nicely, right? So like although Bitcoin's dropping a little bit here, Bitcoin dominance is actually holding up relatively strong. So this is what we want to see. So this looks pretty good. Because it came up here, we rejected, we're starting to drop down. This is really healthy looking. We might actually be invalidating the bullish divergence soon. We're close. Guys, this is really close being invalidated. which would not surprise me one bit at this point. Yeah, totals at the 0.5. What level is this? I drew it out sometime before, so obviously it must have been significant at one point. What is this? Daily? 4 hour? Oh yeah, 4 hour candle. Bitcoin dominance still holding. So surprising. Yeah. I have a feeling we're gonna be able to get an easier entry later, and we just don't have a clear entry right now, guys. And that's where we are right now. We just don't have a clear entry, and we don't have like when you don't have a clear read on the market, you're just gambling. And I think right now, if I was to really be trying to play this, I'd be gambling. So I am going to do that. Yeah, convince me on Burt, bro. Hit me up. It's actually really funny. Are we just gonna 100x into burp? Is that what we're doing right now? Some market cap on it. Coin market cap. Burp. Holy shit! There's no one in here. There's no one even here. What? Oh my gosh. There's no one here, but the chart looks decent. Oh man. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. We'll see. And meter, we have the key levels listed out. I don't think it's really the right option right now. Yep, it's 3,000. It's ranked 3,000. It doesn't look that bad though. That's the crazy part about it. These massive scam wicks. This is just nuts. Just crazy. Maybe it might be that. Maybe because of the Russian default, that could definitely have some impact on the overall market. But from what I've been, and I don't understand much about that, honestly, I really don't. But from my understanding, like the the only one that's really being impacted by that is Russia. That's the primary one. I guess banks already have some sort of way to expect it and keep themselves safe from the default or some crap. I don't freaking know. But we'll see what happens there. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get off, guys. I think I have an idea what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna post in Discord more of like an actual play and all that stuff. But yeah, that's probably it for right now. So yeah, I would. I'd do a live stream collab with you, dude. I would. No worries at all. Just let me know when. I would absolutely be interested. Yeah, I'm gonna go and get off though. Well, it's been fun, guys. It's been fun. Hope it was a more beneficial stream. I wish there was more of like a clear and cut, and I'd be like, oh man, this whole thing makes total sense, and this is just a short-term dip, but like it's not following the play. It's not going the way we were looking for. So because of that, we have to use caution. This is the first time in a long time I legitimately don't know if we're going to reach our 54,000 target. First time in a long time I've actually considered that. But it's possible. All right, I'm going to let you guys go. Have a good one, y'all. I will see you guys in the next video. Like always, deuces, boys. I'm out. Deuces. Bye, guys.